I've got my beer now.
You got the questions?
I got the questions here. Don't question me, you fucking asshole.
Don't fucking sing anymore.
I'm sorry.
That's alright. I like to hear it sometimes, but I don't.
Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
He's Jay. And we're going to do a horror tag video today. Guys, I want you to do something for me. Something special deep in the cockles of your heart. I want you to go, and I'm going to put the link up above, and it will be in the description below. My good friend, the HorrorWhore, awesome name by the way, how could you not subscribe to that, is starting a horror channel, and she's awesome, and she's funny, and you're going to love it. Go there and subscribe to her first off before you do anything. And she tagged us in a horror tag video. So it's just 10 questions. I haven't even barely looked at them yet, so we're going off the cuff.
Let's hit it.
Off the cuff.
Let's hit it.
We're going random on this. So we tagged some awesome other channels in. Their links will be below. Subscribe to them. And it's a whole bunch of horror goodness. So question number 1. What is the first horror movie you remember watching?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
First one ever.
Number 1. I was like 7. We went to this. I think I've told this story before. Like when I was younger, my brother and I were raised by our grandparents. They didn't know any better. We went to this little like video store called Downtown Video, and he was an old man. He didn't know it. I was like, I want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, and we watched it. I was like, fuck yeah! And then later on that night, like my goldfish in the aquarium sang to us at 1-2. Freddy's Coming For You. I don't know what happened. It was weird.
Honestly, if I'm being straight up honest, I don't remember the name of the movie. It was a weird zombie movie. My sister and her friends. My sister's 5 years older than me, and they came over to the house, and my parents were gone, and they stayed the night. They're like, "You want to watch a horror movie, little shit?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then we watched it, and I don't remember the name of it. It was a zombie movie. They were stuck in a barn. It wasn't Evil Dead, but they were stuck in a barn.
Dead?
No, it wasn't Night of the Living Dead. It was some terrible fucking corny 80s terrible
Redneck
movie.
Zombies, the first.
But I watched it, and I was like, I was enamored with it. I was scared of it. But at the same time, I was a little bit enamored with it. And I closed my eyes during the bad parts. I may or may not have had some bad dreams, but I really can't remember the name of the movie.
I remember when we watched Nightmare on Elm Street. My brother and I, where we used to watch movies, it was like in the basement area.
Yeah.
And when the movie was over, we had stopped, and I ran upstairs really quick, and I shut the door. He's like, no!
Question number 2. What is your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie of all time, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I guess because it was so early on that I got addicted to Freddy Krueger. That's my favorite horror movie.
For me, favorite horror movie of all time, I'm gonna go. I guess my.
Judas? Did you say Judas? 10 silver pieces?
I guess in my mind I'm going like this isn't the scariest horror movie I've ever seen, or it isn't the most nostalgic or anything, but my
Taken 3.
For me, I guess I'm gonna go the one that I can rewatch the most. Like my favorite horror movie to just watch over and over again. Like my favorite, if you're gonna give me one horror movie to watch on an island when I'm bored, it would probably be Shaun of the Dead. And that's not really a horror movie, I know, but at the same time, that movie is so watchable. I've probably watched that movie more than I've watched any other movie in my life.
I'm surprised it wasn't like Halloween. See? Even he knows. Loomis is calling.
As one specific movie to watch over and over again that's your favorite, that you love so much, it would be Shaun of the Dead, just because
I can see that. I love Shaun of the Dead.
It's so rewatchable. What is your favorite horror movie genre? I'll go.
You go first.
For me, this one's easy. It's slasher movies. Slasher movies is, for me, it's what started the horror movie genre. I mean, Halloween, Michael Myers, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, all that shit. I wish they made more good slasher movies now. But like, as far as like, if there was a movie that was gonna come out today, and it's like it's a new horror movie, what would excite you most? I mean, obviously, it'd be what sounds the scariest.
Yeah.
But for me, if there was like a legitimate contender as far as the slasher genre goes, I'd be more excited for a new like major slasher than anything else.
I mean, I would go with actually, yeah, I'll go with zombies. The zombie genre, like zombies scare the fuck out of me. I don't know why. They're freaky, bro. Like, I don't know why. I guess because it's humans eating fucking flesh.
As much like me, they keep coming.
But yeah, zombie genre scared me. What? I mean, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Diary of the Dead. I mean, it's obviously Ramirez I'm picking here, but those movies, for some reason, have freaked me out since I've watched them, and ever since then, that's my favorite genre. Resident Evil, even though it sucked, like it wasn't based on the video game, it was still an enjoyable movie. Even the games, like any zombie game is fun. I don't know.
What horror genre scares you the most?
Oh my god, that's easy.
That's easy for me too. What's yours?
Paranormal. Fuck Grudge, The Ring, all that shit scares the hell out of me. That herky. It's like, why are you moving like that? Like, I don't like that shit. I hate, like, any movie where it's like a Japanese, I guess, based horror movie based on the paranormal. It scares the shibikanas biscuits out of my face.
The Ring, even though it's like it's commercial or whatever, is one of the scariest movies I've ever watched.
I hate that shit. I got that. I'm prepared to. So you're going paranormal too?
No, for me, I'm going with what genre scares me the most: home invasion.
Strangers.
The Strangers, even you can even go Fear. The Fear when they start.
Let me house.
Dude, the idea that you're alone in the fucking wilderness or wherever you are, and someone's breaking into your house, and it's just you, and they cut your phone lines or whatever. Vacancy, shit like that scares the fucking bejesus.
Well, I don't know what it is. Like, the paranormal is like, especially those movies like. When you move into a house and you think everything's kosher and you're like having fun and everything's great, and all of a sudden a fucking bitch like spider walks down the steps towards you and you're like, God damn! I was like, they didn't put that in the fucking listing.
How about this? What's the last horror movie that actually scared you?
The last horror movie
horror movie you watched that actually scared you?
I don't know about scaring me. I think it freaked me out. It was The Babadook. The Babadook. I mean, it freaked me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was such an original movie, and it's actually on Netflix now. So go ahead and check that out. But it was actually one of those movies that, like, it was new, it was different, and like the girl got possessed. And it was this weird thing that, like, you know, like she showed up, jumped on her ceiling when it creeped the door open. It was like Babadook. I was like, that was scary. It was freaky. I did too.
Yeah, it
spits that dick out.
The last horror movie I ever watched that legitimately scared me, it's been a really long time, but it was Wreck. Wreck.
I could see that though.
Like when I was, that was the last movie I can remember watching, and I maybe watched it maybe 2 years ago. I'm watching it, and that scene where they go and it's the nightlight or whatever, and they're in the dark and the camera's moving around. That movie actually like shocked and scared me. That was the last movie I can remember seeing, and literally being in my seat going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Your ultimate scream queen.
My ultimate scream queen?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows who's that.
That was like. I'm gonna take it a different path though. I mean, obviously I want to go there too automatically, but I'm gonna go someone who I really think should be in a lot more horror movies and should become a standard scream queen. I'm gonna go Scout Taylor Compton.
She's not bad.
From the Halloween remake, I think that she did an amazing job in Halloween as Laurie Strode, and I think in further movies, when you're talking about like original stuff, I think she would be really great.
That's not bad.
She's ridiculously attractive, but not in like a hoish way.
And her name is Scout.
A concept that you'd like to see in horror. I would like to see them take a slasher movie, a Michael Myers movie, a Halloween, or a new one, and I'd like to see them take it and not just make it a generic, like a throwback, like this is a stupid, like we're gonna kill all the people having sex. I'd like to see a serial killer in the Michael Myers like verse that is in today's world that is actually fucking scary and fucking creepy and has all these demented issues. Not like redneck, like the Rob Zombie remake Halloween. I'd like to see a serial killer movie that was based in today's world where he's really fucked up, it's really serious, and it's actually scary.
I mean, I can go with that concept too. I guess that would be a pretty cool concept to go with, especially if they're showing it from a point of view. I mean, they have Dexter, which is the point of view of the serial killer, but like not holding back either. Like when you see the serial killer's point of view and what he's doing, what he's thinking, what's going on inside his head, why he's doing it, it's grotesque. They don't hold back. It's like Hostel meets fucking Saul, like with the grotesqueness of he's doing and he's enjoying it. Yeah. Like I think that would be disturbing.
How about this? What is your favorite of all time on-screen kill? Originally, I was going to say this the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors, where he pulls the kid's tendons out.
Oh, God, dude, that's terrible, yeah.
That was fucked up. But actually, I'm going to go with, and this is weird, but I'm going to go with Scream, the Drew Barrymore's killing Scream.
Yeah, that's not
Even
bad.
though it wasn't like this great like horror scene or whatever, the fact of the matter is that her parents are pulling up. They're right there. There's just feet away from being able to help their daughter. And she's on the phone and she's trying to speak, and like the gutting noise that it made, and they're killing her, and then right then the scream thing comes up. That was really I think that set off like the whole Scream like phenomenon.
I think well actually after that scene it was like Scream.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me. Day of the Dead, when the guys get eaten, when Bub pushes the guy, you know, he's shooting him, and he backs into the door, and it opens up, and all the zombies go, and he starts tearing his ass, and he's like, choke on him! And they're like ripping him apart, and his intestines are coming out. And then there's another scene in that movie earlier when that fucking fat guy that's all pissed off, and he's going crazy, and he starts laughing when the zombies are in, and they rip his fucking face open, and you hear him scream, and he's like, ah! Like when they're ripping his fucking throat out. Like that scene, and then of course, one scene that always gets me squeamish and I can't watch it is in Hostel when the dude like cuts his Achilles. Ah! And he's like, walk towards me. If you can walk out, you can leave. And you can see it snap.
Mm-hmm.
Woo, sure.
Nasty.
Worcestershire sauce. I don't want it.
Deep. Your favorite horror franchise?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, well, for me it's Halloween.
I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street's always been #1 for me, and then Halloween after that, then I would go with like Friday the 13th, and you know later on I would continue it. But yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, it's always been one of those movies like Wes Craven. It's like the guy can get you in your fucking dreams. That's scary. You go to sleep.
Scary concept.
Yeah, it's like you go to sleep, you can't be safe. I mean, you're open to anything
because you have to sleep.
I know.
You can't. There's no way to escape it. For me, it'd be Halloween, Michael Myers, because that's really the thing that got me into horror, and not just that, but like the lineage. When you go back and you watch all the Michael Myers movies. Even though they fucked it up and they switched like studios and stuff like that, the whole lineage, the whole tying into it. There's this one scene where Michael Myers takes off his mask, his family members, he goes after Laurie, he goes after this member. There's all this backdrop, there's all these things to it that adds this extra like special, like you could watch all these movies and there's so much like fan fiction in a weird way.
I love it.
That you could just delve deep into like the history of Michael Myers. Why is he so fucked up? Why did he kill his sister? All the stuff that happened in the asylum. He's sitting staring at the wall for 15 years. Last question, and this one's easy for me as well. Who is your favorite horror director of all time? I already know mine.
Pick it. Just go ahead.
It's John Carpenter. For me,
it's
it's John Carpenter. I mean, my favorite horror series of all time, my favorite slasher of all time, Halloween. He really brought, I mean, he began the fucking slasher genre for one. And then not on top of that, but he's got all these great things. I watch every single time I watch a fucking movie just about, I can see John Carpenter's influence in it, whether it's a horror movie or whatever. Talk about these movies that come out now that are these indie movies that you don't see much of now, The Guest, It Follows. Those are all recreating John Carpenter's themes. The music. Nobody has music like John Carpenter does. That is horror music. That just the way he does, even in the original Halloween, that you know that shit, and then like the fucking the tempo shit that he does in that, just with the music alone, he gave us the slasher genre with Halloween. Then you got The Thing, which is this whole fucked up thing. Plus he loves Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. All of his movies, even though he has done some shit movies before, even The Ward that just came out a few years ago, I love that movie. I love this guy's, when you're watching a John Carpenter film, there is no doubt it's a John Carpenter film.
Yeah, I was going to go with John Carpenter as well, because he doesn't just stick with the horror genre. He goes with the weird horror genre too, at the same time with an action mix to it. Because you obviously Halloween. I wasn't going to say Wes Craven, but Wes Craven's got, like, he's got his own shtick, which I mean, I appreciate, but he never really branched out as much as John Carpenter. Because you got John Carpenter's that, you know, got Halloween, you got Big Trouble in Little China, which is fucking amazing. Yeah. You got both Escape from New York and Escape from LA, which is weird in its own way. You got The Ward, like Mike mentioned. And his music and his stylized version of what he's doing with it, it's got like a rock version. Yeah, it's got like a rock version mixed with like a horror genre that works together so well. Vampires, which is an amazing movie. I love Vampires.
Underrated.
It is underrated as fuck. Like James Woods, what's up? But you know, I still,
he's his own fucking genre.
I know.
So that's our questions, guys. The people that are tagged below, we'll tag everybody that we're gonna tag. And please, guys, go subscribe to the HorrorWhore. Go subscribe to the channels that she's tagged in this. Please go subscribe to all those channels in our description. You will be glad that you did. Until next time, guys. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
We'll see you guys next time. I fucking said it twice again.
What? Oh God. It's old.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.